Hey, I'm Addison,
And I'm Bri
and we are
at
the
the
couch. So we are very excited about today's episode. We're going to kind of reflect a little bit on our last one, and if Bri wants to start us off.
Yeah, so episode 1, I think one thing we need to clarify is that there's when did there's like 5 weeks in between us filming the first episode and us filming this episode.
Yeah, which is a lot for people who talked it up a lot.
Yeah, we really hyped it up, and then it was like, we'll post the first week of September, and then Addison wound up out of town.
Yeah.
And I could not figure out how to edit the podcast. So that took a few trial and errors, and then my puppy dog came back home from training, so that kind of took some priority and stuff. But we got the first episode posted.
Yeah, finally.
Finally. Yeah, it was definitely a challenge for sure. I could not figure out how to export the file. I couldn't figure out how to split the audios. That was a whole thing. I learned a lot about iMovie. I really did.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about iMovie.
And the only experience I have with anything like that is just my little TikToks.
Yeah.
That I don't have that much experience making. With,
yeah. Well, the thing was, it was mainly trying to, because I wanted us to have a little background for our video. Trying to figure out how to get the video on top of the video in iMovie was like a whole thing.
Our little flower border.
I thought was really cute. And but also making the flower border too took me forever because I couldn't figure out what was going to work best. But I think we've got it figured out now.
Yeah.
I think from here on out, I can just like overlay whatever video file we have. And then we should just be able to post. So that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Things we learned from episode 1, Addison. What is your takeaway about episode 1?
So we were listening back to the first episode, and I realized that it sounded like I was right on top of the mic because I had it clipped like right next to my mouth. So I definitely was like, I've got to get that thing away from my mouth because it sounds like I'm yelling every time I talk.
And it really didn't sound that bad. Like, I did listen to it with headphones because the headphone test is really the test that you have to watch out for. The headphone test is what matters because if it's loud in the headphones, it's like.
And I just laugh really loud.
Yeah, me too.
Every time I laugh,
we're both
like.
We're both like pretty loud talkers in general. So then you give us a microphone and it's like Wimbledon Stadium sold out concert, like just really, really loud. What else did we learn?
Life's a party, you know?
Life is a party.
I don't know. I think really we learned a little bit about technology because I feel like me and you both, we're like, we know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, we know enough to be dangerous.
But
that's exactly what I've
never used like the lights before. Never really used these microphones. I remember you guys used them at your wedding.
Yes. So when I got married, we filmed the wedding, and when I did my first looks, we had the mics on, and I think my officiant, I almost said pastor, he's not a pastor, but my officiant wore the mic so that we could get the audio. And they're great. I mean, for a $20 set of mics.
Yeah.
From the Amazon.
Yeah, they got here 2 days before we decided to film.
Yeah. I mean, really, this is just sorry, that's me looking at that light cord that you were looking at earlier.
I know. It looks like she's a little dangerous.
She's a little dangerous. It's fun. If the light topples, it'll just make for good TV, I guess.
Cut.
I know. Yeah, so, but I think overall, us filming episode 1 really went off with a bang. Mm-hmm. I think we really didn't have any issues filming episode 1.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a lot of editing.
I thought we were going to have, and it really just flowed from start to finish. There was no like awkward pauses. Nothing looked weird, at least that I know of. So
we just have to remember we're literally sitting on the couch.
Yeah, we're just sitting on the couch, yapping away. Yeah. And we'd probably be having this conversation regardless. So.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
We'd be having the conversation. We have talked a lot about the podcast and just what is your big hope for the podcast? What do you want to take away from this season?
I don't know. Honestly, like I don't think there's anything particular when we decided. I just like to film a podcast.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was just like an excuse for us to hang out and
just, for sure. Yeah.
Have the same conversations.
Yeah.
That we always be having, just with
anybody else
who wants to listen.
Who wants to join in.
Yeah.
Join in on the conversation.
Yeah.
I also feel like we need to clarify that if we sound, congested and gross, it's because we live in a state in which cannot make up its mind about what season it's going to be. One day it's 90, the next it's 65.
Yeah.
And we have pollen and ragweed and everything else. Everything else in between. So it's been a little bit of a weird week.
Yeah. But we're officially in the Burr month, so
yes, it's officially September. I know. I was standing this morning and I had my cup of coffee in my hand and it was like all hot and cozy and I have on my little cozy sweater and it was so sunshiny outside and I was like, oh, I was thanking I really had this moment where I was thanking the Lord, like, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning and letting it officially be the best season of the year.
Yeah.
Because it really is. Like, this part of the year is always my favorite.
Yeah. I just, love to dress for this season. This is, fall is my favorite season to dress for because I love a big sweater. And, leggings or, comfy pants.
Comfy pants, yeah. I love this season because I feel like it, in a weird way, it doesn't slow down. This season is not slow by any means. Mm-mm. But it almost feels like
October
the mornings.
Is bang, bang.
Yeah, but it almost feels like the mornings feel slower. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I wake up and I want to just enjoy the morning. Yeah. With the crisp in the air or opening the windows, having a cup of coffee, reading my scripture, those kinds of things. Yeah. So I do love that part about this time of year. So it's not slow, but it's finding the slow.
A Saturday in the fall.
Oh, is the best. It is the best. Especially, you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm going to clean my kitchen. Yeah. I'm going to light my candle. Yeah. I'm going to sit on my couch and do whatever I want to do.
And it's how people open their windows and stuff in the spring? I do that, but in the fall, I love to light a candle and open the windows.
Especially, oh my gosh, and then a rainy day in the fall is the best. So good, yes. A rainy day in the fall is genuinely the best because it's you just, it feels so cozy. Yeah. It feels so cozy. And it's not
storming like it is in April. So
it's you're not worried that you're going to get taken out in a nader.
Yeah, you can just hear the rain.
You can hear the rain and you kind of know that everybody's inside. It doesn't feel like you're missing out on anything, I guess, is because, and then, and you put a pot of chili on the stove. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I have potato soup on my menu. This is also soup season.
Yeah.
Soup season is in full swing.
Last fall, I started a soup Sundays.
Yeah.
So every Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday. I do that too. Because it's easy. I can spend an hour prepping all my stuff, throwing it all in. And I also find that it's a good way for me to get some vegetables in. Yeah. You can sneak some veggies in.
I love some carrots and celery in soup.
Oh, yeah. I love to chop it. That's really what it is.
Especially the celery.
Oh yeah, that crisp. The crisp as you chop the celery. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I like to see how fast I can do it.
Yeah.
I like to do that. I think it's because, though, I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, you and I. But I loved to spend time in the kitchen with my mom.
Yeah.
And she loved to dice vegetables. Yeah. My mom was a big Rachel Ray fan. She was a 30-minute meal girl. And so she would watch those shows. But my mom cooked a lot at home and stuff. So she was always chopping the veg, doing this stuff. And so I think that's where I get it from. Yeah. There's something cathartic and therapeutic about it.
I learned from my mom just to measure with your heart and use 1,500,000 seasonings.
Yeah. Garlic powder, onion powder, and everything.
Everything. Garlic salt's my mom's thing.
Garlic salt, onion powder, garlic powder. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else my mom uses a lot of. Garlic powder and onion powder are probably the two main things. Italian seasoning, a mixture of basil and oregano.
My mom has two, you know how people have a seasoned cabinet above their stove? So that's where mine is. But my mom has the one above her stove, and then she has another one
my mom has a full-blown cabinet. Yeah, my mom has a full-blown cabinet.
Yeah, it's how many of this do you really need? I mean, and the mom would say, all
what
do you mean?
All of it. Of course I need the star anise that you've used once. Or the actual clove. who uses actual
literally
clove.
I bought nutmeg last year for the first time.
Yeah,
because I needed it for like a Christmas thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I still
and then you never use it again. I use cinnamon a lot. Ironically enough,
I do use that.
Oh man,
Sometimes
in a simmer pot, with some cranberry and a cinnamon stick and an orange slice. Yeah, that's on my agenda today.
No, do you know I've never done a simmer pot?
You should do a simmer pot.
Yeah,
you should. It's super easy. Like literally just water, cranberry. You can add essential oils if you wanted to, but
that's another thing.
Cinnamon.
I never knew I liked the cranberry smell until this year.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah. So there's a candle called Cranberry and Gala Apple that the Bath and Body Works be selling. Yeah. And it is so good.
Yeah. Tillman really likes it too.
I have it burning right now, actually.
Yeah. I know, I smelled it with me. It was so good.
Yeah. Honestly, all I can think about is I hope this light isn't shining in my glasses and creating a weird glare.
I can see a little glare.
When I do this.
Did you have glasses on last time?
Addison, I can't see without my glasses.
So you did have glasses?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. I'm more so worried about the iPhone. We are trying a new setup because I had this moment where I was like, Addison, if this stops filming, we're not going to know.
Yeah, we're just going to be talking.
We're just going to be talking. And then, like, what do we do? Worst case scenario, if we do an audio only for episode 2, it'll just be on par. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess to rein her back in, do you want to explain maybe like our posting schedule?
Yeah, so we're going to post, I think the plan is for us to do every other week. I think the goal, do we want to do Mondays?
Yeah, I think Monday.
The goal is Monday. However, first episode went up on Wednesday, but that's because Bri had technical issues. Again, there was a lot of trial and error trying to figure out how Spotify worked, how Spotify for Creators worked, because it's an entirely separate platform that you upload to and from. But yeah, it's really just a trial by fire. So every other week. So today we're filming. Well, we uploaded this past Wednesday, which I don't even know what day that was. It was 10th. It was September the 10th. So our next podcast episode will go up on the 24th, but like that Monday, because I guess that's the Wednesday. So I think I have the schedule here. I've got my little iPad. Yeah, so I think the plan is to have episode 2 go up either the 21st or 22nd of September, and then we'll have another episode go up October 6th. So every other...
So this one should be the 21st or 22nd, and then our next one will be the 6th of October.
Yeah. And so, and if you see us in the same outfit, it's probably because we're filming 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of what makes the most sense for our lives.
Because it is a Saturday, so...
Yes, we're filming...
It's
just easier on a Saturday, for sure.
You have to set everything up.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the upload schedule. We have episodes planned. We're super excited about them. I think they're going to be really fun to talk about and stuff. So Addison, I guess I'll explain today's episode.
Okay.
Today's episode is called, as I'm sure you know by the title, Free Therapy. ? And so what is free therapy, right? Yeah. Sometimes you just need to unpack things. And the couch really became the place for us to have free therapy.
Yeah. I mean, even when you watch movies and you watch a therapist, they literally always...
They're on the couch.
They're on the couch.
They're on the couch. So yeah, I know we kind of mentioned it in the first episode, and Addison, I'm going to pass it to her and let her kind of explain our first lunch together on the couch. Yeah. But as our friendship progressed, this just became the place for us to like come home after a day of work. Well, after a morning of work, because we would come home on lunch. We would go to my apartment. Yeah. And we'd come home and we would decompress for a few minutes. Depending on what was going on that day. Yeah. And just have a moment.
If we didn't have that hour, there would be some days where it would be a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the decompression is needed. Though.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you do just need to you need to take a minute. And I think that's true about anything. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Sometimes you just need to leave the scene. You need to flee the scene. Yeah. And go talk it out somewhere. Usually it's me calling my mom. Yeah. And Mom, you're not going to believe this. But Addison, why don't you explain our At the Couch title.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first lunch.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So our first lunch was in Bri's apartment.
Yep.
And did we decide to go to lunch together, or like did one of us?
I think I told you that I went home on lunch because I literally lived 5 minutes away from our office. And I was like, if you want to come home with me, you're more than welcome to. Just don't judge my apartment.
Yeah.
Listen, which she wouldn't. I know she wouldn't.
The apartment was the best.
Yeah. The apartment really, I mean, we can have a free therapy session about the podcast, about the apartment for a few minutes. That apartment really, it gave me my wings. Yeah. It gave me like my independence, and I don't know, that place is special in my heart for so many reasons. Yeah. So many reasons.
And I loved the windows. Like,
oh my gosh.
We would come in and it would be dark, and then we would open the windows.
Yeah. Open them. I went to say windows and blinds at the same time. Yeah. You'd open the windows and just like, and you didn't even have to open the blinds because they were it was such a big window. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily call it like a bay window, but it was two big windows. And this couch literally spanned the entire wall. Which, granted, so this is not the original couch that we started lunch on. The original couch we started lunch on was a love seat. I mean, I guess it could have passed as maybe, no, it was a love seat, pretty much.
It had one.
It had enough in the middle where a third person could sit. Yeah. But you weren't putting your feet on the couch. And so I guess we could talk about the first couch too. It was a Big Lots couch, and we did find a picture of the Big Lots couch. Yes. And if I can figure out in 2 weeks how to insert photos into the video and it's not too much work, I will put it. Maybe I'll start like a little blog post or something of all the photos we reference in the podcast. Maybe that's what we should do. I don't know how to create a website, so maybe that's too much work. It's just a Google Drive file.
Well, we could create like an Instagram page.
Yeah, where we talk about
post the episodes. Yeah,
so stay tuned. A and B at the Couch on Instagram. If the handle is available, because apparently there's a lot of couch podcasts.
Yeah. When I try to set up our YouTube account, which I don't know, we may have to figure out how to post on there too.
Yeah, I was like, for episode 1, let's just keep it simple. Let's just put it on Spotify, and I will figure out the rest later.
Yeah. Which maybe
because I just wanted us to post. Yeah. Because we'd already filmed it. We'd already put in the work. Yeah. I just wanted us to get it posted.
Yeah. And then we can upload the others as we need to.
But that first couch was a $200 Big Lots couch. Yeah. And there's not much else I can say about it. It served its purpose. And honestly, the only reason I got rid of the couch is just because we outgrew it. I mean, my fiance was about to move in. I mean, we were getting married, so it was time. Yeah. It was time.
We love this couch.
So then we got this couch, but what's so funny, and this just wait, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the picture you sent me when they like brought the couch delivered in, and I was like, it's not gonna fit.
So this couch is 2 pieces. It's this piece and it's this piece, and which I will say, the apartment front door was pretty big. Yeah. But thankfully they didn't have to go up that flight of stairs, because it would have been a full Friends moment where it was like a pivot situation. Yeah. We wouldn't have gotten it in had we lived up that flight of stairs. But I will say this, we did not measure for this couch. Yeah. And it fit perfectly. Yeah. On that wall. Like, I'm honestly
surprised that it got in there.
From corner to end of the wall. Yeah. There was no extra space. It butted up perfectly. Yeah. From corner. This couch was divine. Yeah. It was divine. Yeah. But I remember it was like a whole thing with this couch getting delivered. It got delivered on a Friday. I actually saw the pictures. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was like this time. I'm gonna look while I've got my iPad on my lap. I'm gonna find the pictures of us getting this couch.
Yeah. Well, I guess while you find that.
Yeah, while I find the picture.
The first time that we really, we were sitting on the blue couch, the Big Lots couch, and you are, obsessed with Friends.
I am.
The show. Yeah. And, I shouldn't have said her name.
I'll bleep it out if I can figure out how to do that.
And a lady that we work with. Yeah. She also watches Friends a lot, and you guys would like talking back and forth about the episodes because her daughter was watching Friends, and I'd never seen it like at all. Never watched a full episode. Honestly, the only ones that I've ever watched are with you.
Yeah, and I am not the person to watch a first episode of Friends with. Addison learned this.
So Bri had popped in her DVD like set that she had.
Yeah. No, well, did I have it on HBO Max at the time? Maybe it was on HBO Max. I do have the box set because when I moved out, I didn't have internet. I mean, I was a broke 20-year-old and it was just not an expense that I was ready to have. Yeah. And plus I was like trying to figure out how to get internet. That's a whole thing. That is a whole thing.
And then trying to figure out which internet to get. That's hard too.
It's like who actually offers services, how does it work? Me plugging it in for the first time. All by myself as a 20-year-old.
So maybe it was on HBO.
I think it was on HBO Max. Yeah, well, but I do have the box set.
Bri turns on season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching it. And I'm like, okay, like I get it. Like it's kind of quirky, you know. It's funny. And then, like, I kid you not, every 5 seconds, I could hear Bri saying something, and then she would be like, she would come out around the kitchen, she'd be like, watch this part. And so I'd be watching, and then she's like saying the same exact words.
Like I can quote it.
What? What is happening? How many times have you watched this?
A lot. I think I have watched that show all the way through.
Yeah.
7 times maybe.
Yeah. And that's a good thing about you. You rewatch stuff like
I do, yeah.
Like nobody's business. Yeah. For me, it's got to be like years before I rewatch.
No, I will like finish Gilmore Girls and start it back immediately.
Yeah. The only show that I've rewatched is SVU,
which is a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. My parents, we used to watch NCIS a lot, and I've started rewatching that. But again, it's been since I was like early teens since I've watched that. So it's been 10 years.
No, I literally will like watch the same 4 shows over and over and over again. Yeah. I'm not the girly pop that's like, let me sit down and watch this new Netflix series. Like that's not usually who I am.
It takes me forever to figure out what I'm going to watch.
Yeah. And I think that's why I do it, is because it's just too hard to try and figure out like
something you're going to like.
Something I'm going to like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the first episode. What am I talking about? First lunch. That's the first lunch. Addison came over. I think I was making Rice Krispie treats probably in the kitchen, and you were watching the first episode because I'd hyped it up so much. I don't think we made it past like the first few episodes, mainly because like we just really wanted to talk on lunch.
Yeah.
We just wanted to talk, and there were many days where we just like needed to decompress.
Yeah. We literally talked the entire lunch.
Yeah. We would. Yeah. And I think it really is what got us to know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you want to talk about, I think you need to talk about how we got the name At the Couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tillman, my husband, he literally would do that. He's constantly singing. He's constantly just like making up little silly songs.
Yeah.
And he would do this thing, which I don't know, Lord forgive him. I don't know. Maybe I need to pray on his behalf. But like he would basically do like a parody to like Redback hymnal songs or like church songs.
Yeah.
And they would be funny because like you know the words, but they would be like something completely unrelated.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling Bri about this, and one day when we are in the office and we're having a really bad day, like one of us will just like bust out in song.
We'll start singing church hymns.
Yeah. And if the hymns come out,
if the doxology comes out, you know it's a bad day.
Yeah, like if the actual hymns are out, then you know it's a bad day. And so like one day Bri was singing At the Cross, like at the cross, first. And so we were both like going back and forth from the morning to probably not 9 a.m. Yeah, so it started out
early.
bad.
It started early.
Yeah, and then like we had sung it the whole time. So then on lunch, at our free therapy, I was telling her about how Tillman does this thing where he just like will make up words to songs. So we started singing at the couch, where our burdens were rolled away.
Where the burdens of our office rolled away. Yeah. And I know our main listeners are our coworkers, so sorry.
Yeah. Listen, they've heard this.
They know.
They know.
They know. Yeah. What was it? Somebody said the other day they were gonna bust out the Pam and start spraying our door frames in the office. So yeah.
So that's where
funny.
That's got where the name at the couch from. Because every time we had a free therapy session, we would start singing at the couch instead of at the cross, and
at the couch. So that's where our logo comes from. That's where the name
comes
comes from.
Name. And we're always on the couch.
We are. So. Yeah. And this is always where I sit. That's where Addison sits.
Yeah.
And you knew it was a bad day, though, when Addison would, like, tuck in and she would fall asleep on me. And then I was like, I'm going to have to wake her up. And there were days in which I had to wake her up. I was like.
There was, like, 3 or 4 times I took a nap on the apartment couch.
Yeah. Sometimes you just had to.
Since since the apartment was so close, we had a full hour. Like,
there was literally 50 minutes.
Like a 30-minute nap.
Yeah. We had 50 minutes, basically, that we could nap or do whatever we needed to do. Yeah. On the couch. Because we get an hour lunch, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. Man. So that's where at the couch comes from. I'm sure a lot of people are like.
Especially mid-March, man.
Yeah.
Those are the best 30-minute naps.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a recoup.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a recoup. So yeah, that's how we got there. But how do you feel that these lunches shaped our friendship?
Yeah, I think we both love to yap, to talk.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, we really trauma bonded on the couch.
Yeah.
And I think it was just an opportunity for us to get to know each other more.
For sure.
And since we were in, like, it wasn't an office setting, we were obviously in your apartment by ourselves, so we were able to just, like, share more. With, like, it felt like a more private setting to where
we were able to, like, really get to know each other on those lunch breaks and stuff. We've cried on this couch.
Yeah.
We've obviously laughed on this couch.
Yeah. Probably spilled stuff on the couch.
I know I have. But granted, I guess it is also my daytime and my nighttime couch. So, yeah. I eat, sleep, and breathe on this couch most of the time.
Oh, yeah. We crocheted on this couch.
We've crocheted on this couch. Actually, you know what? The story I want to tell about this. Also, I did find the picture. September the 8th is when I bought this couch, 2023. Okay. So the couch is officially 2 years old, and it served us well.
Which is crazy. I can't believe that's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, that's
2
wild.
years. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's a rooms to go special. So, if anybody's looking for a couch, I don't know if they still make it, but it's an option. It's very massive, though. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I don't love about this couch is at the time it didn't matter because I was buying it for the apartment. But this area in the middle of the couch, obviously you can't put a coffee table there. So, and it also...
Well, you have an ottoman.
Yeah, there's an ottoman that slots into this couch, and it makes like a bed. Nuts. Yeah, it makes like a big bed.
Yeah.
So I love that. But the lunch that I want to talk about is the lunch where I melted the plate. So, let me just set the scene for you. My apartment, tiny. I had probably like 2 foot of actual counter space. And then my washer and dryer was in the kitchen. Yes, you heard me right. The washer and dryer were in the kitchen. My dryer served as a counter space a lot. And then so let me just set the scene. You walked in the back door of my apartment, and there was counter space here that I always had my dish drying rack because I didn't have a dishwasher. So I hand washed dishes for 4 years of my life, like every day. And then sink.
Yeah.
And then probably like 6 inches of counter space where I kept like my knife block.
Yeah.
And some utensils. Stove, dryer, washer. On the other side, so like that was on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, 2 foot of counter space, refrigerator.
Yeah.
Door into the dining room.
Yeah.
So there was not a lot of room. So my microwave sat in my dining room area on like a console situation. Okay. My mom bought me a microwave when I moved out. This microwave was tiny. It would not fit a normal plate.
Yeah.
It would not fit a normal sized plate. Okay, and I guess in my mind, like, it just wasn't something that I was worried about getting rid of or replacing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because it caused me a lot of issues. Like, if you had to heat something up, like,
it
you
took
had
7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, especially soup or potatoes.
Soup, you might as well just pull out the thing.
Yeah, the pot.
The pot on the stove and just warm it up. So anyways, literally, this is so silly. Right before we bought this house, which was a year ago,
yeah,
I bought a new microwave.
Yeah, like a big boy microwave.
An adult-sized microwave. Okay, like an adult-sized microwave. It was not a child's toy. I bought an adult-sized microwave, and it had an air fry feature. Now, why I thought I could put a plastic 50-cent plate on the air fryer setting, I have no idea.
What were you warming up? I forgot.
I was making a quesadilla. I was making a quesadilla. And
I can just picture the plate.
Again, we will make an Instagram post with the plate because there is a video of me holding it with an oven mitt. Because the plate was literally bowed in half.
Like one of those taco plates.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Yeah, so I decided that I would put it on the air fryer.
Have you used the air fry setting?
No! I got rid of that microwave. I didn't need it. We moved into this house and I had a normal size microwave. So
yeah,
I think my brother and my sister-in-law actually have that microwave because theirs went out.
Ask her about
I need to ask her. Oh my gosh. So
it did have a lot of settings.
It did. It had like a French fry setting. Yeah. It had an air fry setting. It was like a full-blown toaster oven almost, but a microwave. So yeah, that was my lesson, not to put a plastic plate in the microwave on air fry.
Yeah. I
don't know why I thought that was going to work.
I mean, I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah, until I was like, Addison, I think it's smoking.
You pull it out and it's just smoking in his bits.
And I don't think I ate that quesadilla either. Oh my gosh.
It's probably a good thing you did it.
Yeah, there's no telling what kind of cancer I would have given myself. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's just like one of the many shenanigans that have happened on the lunch break.
Yeah. The apartment was good times.
The apartment was good times. I'm trying to think of what else happened. There was the time where you had to get your insurance card. That was a whole thing. You may not remember that. Oh, I remember it, but I have another trauma experience that I'm not going to get into on the podcast about it. We can talk about it when we're not filming. But yeah. I don't know. The apartment lunches were always like the best.
Yeah. And so Bri would fix her, like, she would start dinner while we were there, and if she had to like chop up veg, you know, she'd be like chopping her veggies, and we'd be talking about something, and Bri would come out, shoot out of the kitchen
with my knife,
with her knife or butcher knife, just like, and let me tell you this.
Yeah, that's on par for me.
Yeah,
and I'd be like pointing with my knife,
like, she's serious.
Oh yeah. The knife just makes it all the better. Yeah, but it makes me, I don't know, for so many reasons, that's like part of the reason why I just have some really good memories in that apartment. It's just like we spent so much of our time together there, and you knew it was an especially bad day when one of us would look at each other and be like, I think we need to go get a Starbucks.
Yeah, because the Starbucks was right there.
Yeah, I need a sip of water. My throat is a little dry.
Yeah, but the Starbucks was like if we had to have a midday Starbucks.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just wanted it for a treat.
You think the people in the office, if they see us walking in with an afternoon coffee, if they're like,
oh no,
leave them alone?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're like, whatever. I don't know. Let us know, because your guys are probably the only ones listening. Let us know what you think about that. So yeah, what do I mean, obviously now I have moved.
Yeah.
So we don't really get our apartment lunches anymore.
Yeah.
And that's really sad. It's just too hard. It's too hard to try and like, because now I live about 15 minutes away from the office. And we get an hour lunch, but I have a dog now. And so it's a lot to try and do. But on occasion we do try and go do something fun during lunch. But it's not the same.
We have to come check on the Vixie girl. And I live about 15 minutes away too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And now, I mean, I'm studying. So for those, I mean, it's, again, I don't know who's listening to this, but I'm sitting for my CPA exam. So now I'm studying on lunch, usually in the office, trying to just like get in that extra hour of time. So
well, especially this summer, I feel like we've been kind of like
it was so
opposite
busy.
schedules.
Yeah.
And so
this summer was so busy.
We only had a few times to go do something on lunch.
Yeah. But it also, I think that's kind of like where this podcast kind of came to, is now we get to
have
sit
our
here.
Lunch
Yeah, it's like we're getting to build in our lunch break now. I'm trying to think like if there's anything in particular. We usually bring our lunch to work, and so, but it's so funny how the Lord works this out, because sometimes I'll walk in. It'll be the first thing that I say to Addison. I'll be like, Addison, I didn't bring lunch today. And she'll be like, I didn't bring lunch today either.
Which is very odd.
Yeah, I mean, for us both to not bring lunch is pretty odd.
Yeah, so if we ended up having to like go get lunch, which is like what? I would say like 4 times a year, maybe 5.
Yeah, we don't do it very often.
Yeah,
we don't do it very often.
But the fact that it happens on the same day is what's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's like the Lord knows that we need to go get lunch.
Yeah. The last time, we had Mexican last time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We were like, I think we need to go get some tacos.
Oh,
My favorite, listen, I talk about this a lot. I love to get 2 chicken soft tacos with rice and refried beans. That is my...
She's a bean girl.
I love refried beans. I don't know why, but I love them. I love them. And so there was one day in the office where I was like, Addison, we need to go have lunch. We need to go have lunch. We need to unpack everything that's going on right now. And we did. And it's always so special. And we did get a coffee after that.
Yeah.
We did.
So we got lunch.
No, we didn't get a coffee. We went and got ice cream. Because she was like, I want some rolled ice cream.
Yeah.
And we've got a place local that'll do it. So, which is actually pretty cool.
Love rolled ice cream.
We don't really have a whole lot in our town, so it's kind of fun that we actually
have rolled ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah, of all things.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So
I think
excuse me.
I think it's always fun to just reflect on our free therapy sessions and where it's taken us.
Yeah. I think too, it's allowed us, I mean, I feel like I'm a person that is really just like wears my heart on my sleeve too. Like I really I try to embrace being vulnerable, because I think it strengthens the relationships with the people around you. Yeah. And I know that I have looked at you. It's at least once a week probably that I look at Addison and I'm like, sorry not to have a free therapy session here at work. And I'm like crying.
Yeah.
And it's not even about work. Like it can literally be about anything. But
life, anything.
Life.
Well, we're also at the age where it's just kind of like there's a lot of growing pains in your early 20s. Yeah. And we're just now getting to like mid 20s. So it's like we're starting to get out of it. But like you learn a lot in your early 20s.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
Just about the real world. And
you learn a lot about yourself too.
Yeah, yourself.
And what you value in friendship and in life, and what the type of person you want to be. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of growth involved, I would say, for the normal 20-year-old. You're figuring out who you are. Yeah. And that's really exciting. Yeah.
You're learning to...
And it's hard.
Take care of a house.
Yeah. And I think for both of us, like, we're learning how to be wives and what that means from a biblical standpoint, and what that means for us as wives, and how to treat our husbands, but also how to set boundaries with family and reconcile with family. I think that's been a big thing. Yeah. And I'm trying to think some of the things that we've talked a lot about friendship. I tell Addison all the time that she is at work because of me. Because I was at a season in my life in my early 20s where I just really needed a friend, and I feel like it was definitely a prayer of mine. And there was a lot of events that behind the scenes that I won't get into about kind of how I think the Lord like set the stage for. I mean, you and I have talked about it too, but like you graduating with a math degree, and now as soon as you I mean, well, you were still in school when you started at the firm. But there was so much that the Lord really worked out that brought you to me. You're welcome. Thank you, Lord, for sending me. And now here we are filming a podcast 3 years later. It's really special.
But I think we just really were like almost connected at the hip from that point too. Yeah, just like really kicked off. So.
The Lord knew I needed you for sure in that office and in life. Yeah. So we've had a lot of moments. I cry a lot. I cry over everything. Literally everything. Yeah. Good, bad, ugly, I'm crying. I mean, I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm angry. It's just like my body.
I'm not a crier. If I cry,
if she cries, I cry. Yeah. So, it takes a lot for you to cry, but for me, I'm like, I can think about the sun setting, and I'm like,
usually if I'm crying, I'm like mad.
Yeah, you're frustrated. Yeah. And I'm not good when other people cry. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can cry with you.
Yeah, you will always be the girl that says, I'll cry with you. And you will.
Oh yeah, I will cry with you for sure. If you want someone to cry with, call me. Because I will. I just think the Lord made me like such an empathetic person.
Oh yeah.
He pierces my heart really easily. So yeah.
I wish, which that's a good trait, and like I think
sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't.
Well, we're very similar in a lot of ways, but like you definitely have a more sensitive heart, and I don't. Yeah. But I think I learned, and Tillman's like that too. Like he is definitely more empathetic towards people. Yeah. And I think that it's a trait that I really need to like get better at, and I think that I have. Like I think just like being around you guys has really taught me like you don't have to just be solemn all the time, you know? So
I think for a long time it took me a long time to kind of I think get used to being okay with being the one that cries. I think a lot of people view it as a weakness, but for me, I have grown to learn that like no, it's really a blessing to be able to cry and to understand that is just how the Lord made me, and I think it makes me like I will cry in church any day of the week. Yeah, because I think
I will say church is the one thing that will make me
like
cry
it's just
every time.
it's a beautiful place to be in, that your heart is just soft enough that like worship will just pierce you a little bit, and I think that's a good place to be in. Yeah, for sure. Like to get to enjoy what it means to worship and to have the freedom to do that, I think is really beautiful. So when I feel like I'm going to cry in church, it's all the more special to me, I think. So, I think, so we kind of talked about, before we started the podcast, before today's episode, we were talking about what do we want to have a free therapy session? Yeah. And we both were kind of talking about how heavy the world has been this week. Yeah. So for those of you listening, and I guess just if you're ever listening this in retrospect, this week we had an assassination in our country, and I think it's really important to call it that. I was actually listening to a podcast that somebody sent me from Dr. Al Mohler, who is a professor at Southern Baptist Seminary School up in Kentucky. He was like, it's really important as believers that we call things what they are. Like we speak truth. And he called it an assassination, and I think that's really what it was. And so we had an assassination in our country of Charlie Kirk. And it's weighed heavy on me this week, Addison. Yeah. because I didn't know who he was. And that really, I had to Google him. And I realized, once I Googled him, I obviously realized who he was and stuff. And because Liam was watching videos of him, like literally probably a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And it's just sad.
And well, I think too, like you're not on social media as much, so like,
and that scared me too.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that it kind of left an impact on me about was me not being on social media has its pros and its cons. And one of the cons is I feel like sometimes I am in ignorance. It's really hard to stay informed if you're not on Twitter, if you're not on Facebook.
But I think it really is a testament to you, because it's like you don't feel like you have to be like in the know-how on everything. But and when you really think about it, like we were created as creatures to like not be in this type of setting where we know the opinions of somebody who lives across the world or know what's happening, 500,000 miles away from you. Like, we are village type people where like we are only supposed to like really know the people around us and like love the people around us
and have community.
Yeah.
And I think we have taken the word community to mean, and I think you do find community on the internet. You find people that are like you, have the same interests in you or as you. And I definitely think there is a time and place for social media, but this is the first time. So I guess in 2020 is when I deleted 2020 is when I deleted socials. For a lot of reasons, but I felt like the majority of them was that I was using it as a comparative tool and I was using it as a distraction from a lot of things. And I just felt like it wasn't serving me. Now, that's not to say I do still have Pinterest, I have Snapchat, and so those are socials. But when I talk about socials, I mean specifically like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, those three things. And I don't have TikTok either. And I still see stuff, like people will send me memes or like
me and my screen record.
Addison has to screen record me TikToks. The one that you sent me, I know we were talking about Charlie Kirk and I shouldn't be laughing about this, but the one you sent me the other day that was like, be yourself, and I accidentally dropped a curse word in Bible study. I thought that was really funny. I know I shouldn't have laughed about it, but I think this situation this week, specifically with Charlie Kirk, like it's been the first time that has made me question, is it like, how do I stay informed as a young adult?
But like have boundaries.
But also have boundaries. And I think that's really hard. Because if you don't have social media, you basically don't have the news. Like, you have to actively go and seek it out, and I'm not good at that.
And even then, when you do find it on social media, you have to like figure out what's true and what's false. Like,
you get in those echo chambers,
so hard.
And because it's so easy. If you don't like what someone is saying, click off. I'm not looking at that. And so all you get are people who are uttering the same opinions as you. And it's really hard to like stay informed. But I think it left, oh man, Addison, I have been thinking about this situation all week and just what it means for us as believers too.
And I was talking to Tillman about this the other day, where like he was just like kind of telling me, he was like, I feel like it's almost like you feel like you've lost like a friend. And I've seen people like post about it and say, I feel like I've lost like a family member. But in reality, like, he was our brother in Christ, our friend in Christ. Like, it's supposed to feel that way.
And I think me not knowing who Charlie Kirk was, I was talking to my dad, and he was like, I didn't know the guy. Like, I feel like I would feel different if I knew him. And I said, well, Satan doesn't want you to know who he is. Like, Satan doesn't want us talking about him. He doesn't want us Googling who he is. He doesn't want us listening to his debates, because this man was, I think a lot of people have been upset about calling him a martyr, but he was. And I think it's important for us to call things what they are as believers. And this man was on the charge for Christ and for the kingdom. And I think for us, being in our mid-20s now, this man was 31 years old, and he was getting up every single day talking about his faith in Christ.
Yeah.
And he was getting up every single day, and he was having hard conversations that other people will not have. And it's left me grappling with, what does that mean for me? Like, what am I doing that is of the same?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, are you fighting the same fight?
Are you fighting the same fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think for us too as Americans, it's important to recognize it as martyrdom and as an assassination.
Yeah.
Because that's not something that we've experienced in this country.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like, I've seen a lot of, like, a lot of people our age, a lot of friends that I have on socials, where, like, they've really had a hard time with, you know, his death, and understandably so. But like, for us, like, we know of all the bad things that have happened. We know, like, we've been the generation that's, like, kind of, like, we were on the outskirts of, like, we still had a childhood that was, like, not technology driven, but it's like, once we were teenagers, like, it really just, like,
formed us.
Picked up.
Yeah, I mean, I had my first phone when I was 13.
Yeah. And, like, I think it's really rocked a lot of people our age, like, their world in a sense. And I don't know. I hope that, like, at some point we all just have to realize that, like, the world has always been in God's hands. And like, things are going to happen. People have free will. People have free choice.
Yeah.
And we just have to, you know, just remember that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. I think too, knowing that this man went to heaven and he heard, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Yeah. That has really left me. And again, it's made me question, you know, what am I doing as a young 25-year-old that is shaping tomorrow's generation or the next generation?
Yeah. And I wholeheartedly believe that he, like, he is in a far better place than we are.
Oh,
and like, you know, you have to find peace in that. Like, he is in a place that is way better off than we are, regardless of what he was doing here. My heart just hurts for, like, his kids, family, his wife. You know,
Liam last night while we were getting ready for bed, he was listening to what his wife, like, his wife's first kind of her speaking out since it happened, and she was so strong. Yeah. And she was standing there talking. I mean, she witnessed it. She witnessed firsthand, like, her husband getting killed. Yeah. Assassinated. And she just spoke with such eloquence. And there's nobody who could do that without the Lord's grace and just knowing that the Lord, like, has the whole situation under wraps. I heard a lady at my church one time say that as Christians, we're just buying time. And I think that's really beautiful. Yeah. To know that, you know, past this moment, what this moment looks like for us is the fact that we, as Christians, we're going to have an eternity together. And I think that's really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's also a reminder, too, that we're not fighting against flesh and blood, but against princes and principalities. Yeah. Far greater things than just human against human. Yeah.
And I think, like, that was a big thing for me, because I think, like, there's always been a lot of bad things happen. Yeah. But, like, I think this is the first thing that's really, like, jarred young people. Yeah. And
for sure.
Like, for me, like, we grow up, we hear our grandparents, we hear our parents say, like, the world really is an evil place. But it's like, and it's like, you see things, but it's like, for me, it was so hard to wrap my mind around something of, like, because regardless of how somebody holds their opinion, like, I cannot imagine, like, it is wrong on both ends. Like, you do not
Yeah.
Just because you do not agree with something, like regardless of what their opinion is, does not give you any right to
act out in violence. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like we
you don't have to like what
have
somebody
to learn
has
how
to
love
say.
people.
Yeah, you don't have to like what somebody has to say to still value them as a human. And I have seen a lot of discourse, just like even just in news headlines, of like people just talking so ugly about this situation, and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that we're like that people are condoning this, that people are saying that he deserved it, and saying like, I just can't fathom being in a place in life where those are the words that I'm uttering.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom. I don't know. And I think too, thinking about this situation and reflecting on it, it's not something that you should see and then scroll past.
Yeah.
We had one of our coworkers was talking about her daughter the night that it happened. She was like, we were getting ready for bed, and I heard her like laughing at a TikTok. And it's like, we were not created to witness something like that and then get on TikTok.
Yeah.
For a distraction. We're meant to feel. We are meant to go through our emotions and find peace in our Lord. But again, Satan doesn't want us to do that.
Yeah.
Satan wants us to be distracted.
We've been apt to just like see something and being like, oh wow, that really hurt my feelings, or that really cut deep, and then just like patch it up with
let me get on TikTok.
Yeah.
And actually what's so interesting,
let me distract myself instead of dealing with the issue at its core.
It's like, oh, let me just go find a video that I can watch. Let me find something that I can scroll through. And we were not meant, that's not how we were meant to be. Like, this should upset you. This should be something that you're talking about. This is something that should pierce you deep. Even if you didn't believe in him, if you didn't believe in his same ideas, even if you didn't have the same opinion, this man was at a college campus. It's not just him, right? Like, I mean, there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people there who were expecting to, have 2.5 hours with this guy.
Yeah.
And they watched it happen. His wife watched it happen. His kids watched it happen. The internet watched it happen. Yeah. Like, there were videos. I mean, someone posted the video of him doing, like, it happening. And we're not meant to just patch that up with somebody.
And I don't know why it's not been taken down yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad, I think, that we've gotten into a season of life where we're so reliant on social media as a distractor. And I think there's a time and place for it as well. Because it is fun, right? It's fun to connect with family. It's fun to show pictures to friends and stuff. But on the flip side of it,
or to reach people across the world,
reach people across the world, or to have a podcast, right? Like, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't believe in the internet.
Yeah.
But I think too, it goes to the bigger question of what is your intention when you are doing those things, right? Like, what is it that you want out of that post? And it's hard. And I think sometimes people will say things just because they know that it's going to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
Like, they just know that if they post something controversial, and I think too, we weren't created for everybody to have a platform.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody was meant to share their opinion with the entire world.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to share my opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's left me with a lot of questions that I think I'm working through as a young adult and as someone who's 25 and grappling with, what am I doing to have courage in my faith?
Yeah.
Because that was like one of the things that someone asked him once, apparently, what he wanted to be remembered by. And he was like, I want to be remembered by having courage in my faith.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I doing to do that? And I think it was just a wake-up call of like, us being able to sit here, even on this couch, and talk about Christ and to talk about being saved and just Christianity as a whole. And I'm not talking religious Christianity. I'm talking about like true born faith is a privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to be able to get to do those things. And I think we take it for granted every single day. Every single day. So.
Well, we love the free therapy
session. That was our free therapy session on the world news. Is there anything else you want to add before we close out this podcast?
Let's see.
Before we close out this episode.
I don't know. I think we are getting in a little bit more of a routine.
Yeah.
Still lots of fun.
Yeah. I think, and again, if you see us wearing the same outfits, because we're going to film 2 episodes today. Yeah. So, we still don't have an outro. We still don't know what we're saying.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have any ideas, comment. Let us know.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
At the couch.
Yes. Bye.
Cute.